Today, I'm gonna be letting AI control my makeup. From start to finish, I have to do everything AI says, no exceptions. And at the end, we'll see if AI knows what it's doing or if the look is a complete disaster. So let's get started. I'm gonna be chatting with AI through Deep AI. This is not sponsored, by the way. So I'm gonna be asking AI to give me a step-by-step makeup routine for kind of like a glam dinner out kind of look. I'm not going out to dinner, it's 10 a.m., but that's just the theme for the video. This is a fairly simple theme, like just kind of like a subtle glam, but I feel like we could ask AI to do some pretty crazy looks. So let me know if you guys want to see a part 2 to this video where we ask AI to give us more of like a hard tutorial. But today I just want to see if AI can actually put together like a cute, professional looking look. Face is completely bare, so let's go. Hey AI, can you give me like a detailed step-by-step makeup routine for kind of like a glam but still classy look for like dinner out vibes? Okay, AI gave full detailed paragraphs, 7 steps apparently. So I'm gonna follow this tutorial as closely as possible. AI said, absolutely, here's a detailed step-by-step makeup routine for a glamorous yet classy dinner out look. Sounds perfect, let's start. So step 1, AI said, prep your skin. They said to cleanse your face to remove any impurities. Then it says apply a hydrating moisturizer suited to your skin type to create a smooth base. Okay, so because this is just skincare, not like the makeup, I'm just gonna do my normal cleanser and moisturizer off camera real quick. Face is nice and clean and moisturized. So now under skin prep, it says to use a primer to help your makeup last longer and create an even surface. It says consider using a luminous primer for a subtle glow. So I guess we're going more glowy. You guys know me, I usually like to go matte, but I'm trusting the AI here. So most of the time throughout this video, I'm gonna ask AI for like specific product recommendations. But because I usually like to be matte, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer is pretty much the only primer I have that's not like mattifying. So we're just gonna use this for our primer step. Look at that, nice sticky base. Okay, so we've officially finished step 1, which was skin prep. So now on to step 2, foundation and concealer. It says apply foundation that matches your skin tone using brush, sponge, or your fingers for an airbrushed finish. But I want some more details about what kind of foundation it means. So for the foundation step in this makeup routine, should I do more of like a sheer? Should I do more of like a full coverage foundation? And should it be like dewy or matte? They literally gave me so much information about the different vibes full coverage versus sheer and dewy versus matte would give off. If you are a beginner at makeup and like don't really know what you're doing, like this gives you so much information. For this look, AI recommends light to medium coverage. They're recommending a more dewy, glowy foundation. Since AI recommended something like the e.l.f. Halo Glow, that's what I'm gonna use. So we are gonna be quite dewy. So far, I'm loving all the details that AI is giving. Like I can literally just ask it anything. Seems to have a very clear vision for this look, so I'm gonna trust the process. Okay, so far, so good. So let's move on to concealer. It says use concealer to cover any blemishes, dark circles, or redness. Focus on under eyes, around the nose, and any spots. I have a little bit of redness around my mouth right now. And then the under eyes. Then AI also said concealer around the nose, so I'm gonna do that. Next, they said set with a translucent setting power to prevent shine, especially in the T-zone, so that's what I'm gonna do. I love that they even like specified translucent powder. Like they're literally going into so much detail. I thought I would have to be asking them like all kinds of clarifying questions, but like, no, they're cooking. And with that, we finished step 2. Here's our base. So let's go on to step 3, define the brows. I never ever do my brows because are you seeing how thick they are? Like they're massively thick and dark. This is completely natural. And like I know my hair is super light and my brows are like so dark. Like me and Sabrina Carpenter, twins, I guess.
Sabrina Carpenter dye her eyebrows because they were like, they're too dark, I don't buy it.
Do anything with my brows because like they're already too much. But AI is saying to fill in your eyebrows with a brow pencil or powder for a natural yet defined look, and then use brow gel to set everything in place. So I'm gonna ask for AI's opinion on this. I take a photo of my natural brows. This is how my brows naturally look. They're like really dark and thick, so should I still try and fill them in more with a pencil, or should I just skip that step and just do some gel? It's actually insane that AI can like specifically tailor this to my face. Like, so AI said at most just lightly fill, so I guess I'll just do like a couple strokes right in here where it's slightly barer. But they recommended just like using some brow gel, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just gel this back to set it into place. And just like that, we are done with step 3. So step 4 is eye makeup. So I guess they want me to do like my eyes before I like contour and blush and stuff. So we're gonna do some eyeshadow. I so thought I would have to ask them like, what color should I use for this? Which palette, like all that stuff. But why is the detail so good? It says start with a neutral matte shade on the crease for depth. For the eyeshadow, what kind of neutral matte shade? Like more tan or more brownish? They said to use a light tan or beige matte as the transition shade in the crease, and then for a bit more depth, layer a warm brown slightly darker than your transition shade into the outer corner and crease for subtle definition. I'm gonna use this Proof is in the Pudding palette from Beauty Bakery. I think it has very workable colors like the beiges and browns they were talking about. I'm just gonna use this Annette 69 palette as a mirror because it has this like really big close-up mirror that's gonna be helpful. Use the Nana Pudding. They said do this in the crease. So I'm just putting this all up into the crease, more towards the inner corner because they said to phase out and get darker. And then for the light brown one, I'm gonna do the bread pudding. They said to use this one more to phase out from the eye, but still like in the crease / corner. It's just like a super subtle and natural way to start out the base. These clips are just not staying in today. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm gonna take them out while I do my eyeshadow. Okay, next it says to apply a shimmery champagne or gold to the lid for a glamorous touch. This is the Wild Nothing palette from ColourPop. This shade right here, it's literally called Spirited. It's shimmery, it's champagne. I think it's actually perfect. Kind of just said to like go for it on the lid with this, so that's what I'm gonna do. They're taking the stress out of eyeshadow. This color is so pretty. I think AI and I are cooking. The final step for the eyeshadow is to deepen the outer corner with a darker shade like Espresso or Plum for dimension. I think because I ended up putting the brown up here in the crease like they suggested, I think I'm gonna go more of the espresso route. This one right here is literally called Warm Cocoa, so I mean it's not like espresso but it's cocoa, like same idea. I'm gonna like lightly phase this out into the outer corner a little bit. Not even exaggerating, this is one of my favorite eyeshadow looks I have ever done. It was simple. It's gorgeous, like exactly what I was picturing, like glam but still classy and not too extreme glam. Like the colors AI picked are perfect. But let's not get too excited because now it's time for eyeliner. It says to line your upper lash line with a black or dark brown eyeliner, creating a slight wing for elegance. Eyeliner, I suck at. So I'm gonna see if AI has some tips. So for the eyeliner part, like I know you said to do like a line and then a slight wing. Do you have any tips for that? Because I'm not the best at eyeliner, like, and I don't want to ruin the eyeshadow. They gave me a lot of information that I'm definitely gonna read over, but to summarize, they basically said pick a thin liner, create a guideline, draw the wing first, connect the wing to the lash line, and then line the rest of the lash line. They even said I could use tape or a card for a more precise wing, then use a concealer brush to clean it up. Those are some really good tips. I'm gonna read all the details though, so hopefully I can get this correct. Okay, so I'm using the Lancome Ultra Precise eyeliner. Let's go. Let's start by doing a super thin line. Okay, so far so good. I feel like they're not horrible. I mean, they're not perfect by any means, but like, I feel like I don't look like a clown. They're like shockingly like subtle and nice. Send a picture of the better eye, which is this one, to AI and see what it thinks. So I'm not the best at eyeliner, but this is what I have so far. So what do you think? Is this good for like a subtle glam or should I change it up? What do you think? Please say this is AI approved. Your eyeliner looks really good. The subtle wing adds a touch of glam without overpowering your natural beauty, which is perfect for a classy yet glam dinner look. It's clean, precise, and enhances your eyes nicely. I gave a couple tips on what I can do if I want it to be slightly more precise, but overall they said that it looks really good and it doesn't like look too overpowering. Thank goodness, because I'm actually happy with it. For mascara, it says curl your lashes and apply volumizing mascara generously. And then it says optional, add more natural looking false lashes for extra glam, but I don't do false lashes, so we're gonna do mascara. Okay, so I'm just curling my lashes and then applying my favorite mascara. Okay guys, mascara and lashes are done. So now our eye makeup is finished. Let me know what you guys think. I actually am so impressed. I'm kind of obsessed. So now on to step 5, contour and highlight. So now we're moving back into the face because it needs some color. It's pretty pale right now. It says lightly contour your cheekbones, jawline, and nose with a matte bronzer. So for the contouring step of the makeup routine, you said to use a matte bronzer. So should I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, or the Benefit Cosmetics Hoola Bronzer, or the Beauty Bakery Bronzer? AI gave me information about all 3 of those bronzer options, but they said in the end that they would probably suggest the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. So I'm good with this. This is one of my favorites. Then they asked me if I would like some tips on how to apply bronzer for the most flattering contour, so absolutely. Yes, I would love some tips on how to apply bronzer for the most flattering contour. Alright, they gave me step by step. So it says for cheekbones, it said swipe the bronzer in a 3 shape towards your mouth. And then it said just blend it in a bit. Forehead, it says lightly go around the perimeter, which I didn't know how to do this one, so. It says to apply it around the jawline. It says optional, apply a little bit to the sides of your nose. I've never contoured my nose before, but I'm gonna try. This is a really natural bronzer, so I'm just gonna use the littlest bit. Hopefully it won't like wreck anything. Now it says to apply a peachy or pink blush on the apples of your cheeks. I'm gonna send in another photo to see if they think peachy or pink. So here's how the look is looking. Do you think I should do more of a peachy or pink blush for this? Yes, it said peach. Perfect, that's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like peach would go really well with this. Great, so for the peach blush, should I use the Benefit Cosmetics Flora Tint or the NYX Professional Makeup Sweet Cheeks Peach like Cheek Mousse Tint? I just spit out a lot of words. We'll see if they know what I mean. Okay, AI recommended the Flora tint because they said it's gonna be a little bit more elegant and subtle. So let's do it. They said apples of the cheeks, so. Okay, yes, that one was definitely the correct choice. So pretty, I love this product. Now it says highlight the high points of your face, cheekbones, brow bones, the bridge of your nose, and cupid's bow with a luminous, subtle highlighter. So let's do it. They said a subtle highlight, so I'm thinking Rare Beauty. This one's like so subtle and natural. They said put it on the high points, so cheekbone, brow bone, bridge of your nose, cupid's bow. Now we're moving on to step 6, which is lips. It says outline your lips with a lip liner that complements your lipstick shade. Choose a glamorous lipstick. Think classic red, deep berry, or nude with a hint of gloss. I like that it's giving me options like based off of what I like, but I'm gonna ask AI. What kind of lipstick do you think I should do? Like what color? Personally, I generally prefer a more like natural lip, but if you think darker is better, I'll do that. They recommended a nude with a hint of peach or pink. So for that lip, do you think I should use the Rare Beauty Matte Lip Cream in the shade Courage, the MAC lipstick in the shade Bronx, or the ColourPop Luxe Liquid Lip in the shade Honey Pie? Wonder if it actually knows what all of those shades look like. Like, it's very interesting. They said the Rare Beauty in the shade Courage is probably the best choice, but if I want it a little bit more warm or pinkish, then the ColourPop one is better. I think I'm gonna go with the Rare Beauty though. And then it said to use a liner that matches the lipstick, so I'm gonna use the Rhode Lip Shape in the shade Lift. Just gonna line the lips and fill it in with the Rare Beauty. Then AI said to top it off with a clear gloss for a more plump look, so I'm gonna use the Too Faced Lip Injection. It's clear, it's one of my favorites, and it actually will plump my lips. We're now on to the 7th and final step, which is the finishing touch. It says set your makeup with setting spray to lock everything in and give a natural finish, then check your look in natural light and make any touch-ups. Don't even need to ask AI on this one because I already know the One Size setting spray is the best one. I bet they would agree too. Okay guys, consider me absolutely shook. This makeup is gorgeous. Like one of my favorite makeup looks I've done in my life. I was fully expecting this to be like difficult and I would have to like ask AI a million things, but this was so easy. Not only did the AI give step-by-steps, but it easily answered any of the questions I had, even down to like specific products and shades. I actually learned stuff today. And it was like nice to me. Like whenever I sent photos, it was like hyping me up. Not to mention it stayed on theme throughout the whole chat. And I think this look fits perfectly like for a classy glam dinner out. Honestly, this was a 10 out of 10 experience and I'm shook. Let me know if I should make a part 2 and challenge AI to give me a different kind of look. I definitely had a lot of fun trying out this look and I will probably be using AI makeup again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I upload. I've been posting so much fun content this summer I do not want you guys to miss out on. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!